It's the 15th of April today, and we've lost our cool breeze. It's actually quite warm now. It's not sunny at the moment, but it comes and goes. And it looks as though the bees are pretty active. They're pretty active. And they are pretty active too. So, I think it's time to have a look at them. Well, there's a lot of pollen going into these two holes, so something's going on here, which is not robbing. So this could be the first, our first swarm of the year moved into this strange box. So that will be something to look at. Maybe not today, but soon. Bright yellow pollen going in here. Would that be dandelion, I wonder? There's a lot of dandelions flowering at the moment along the side of the road. Right, well this box is good and full. Plenty of stores, lots and lots of brood. And I'm now going to see if I can find the queen in this half. Couldn't see her in this half because I'm going to split them. They're too big for the one box. I'm going to split them up. Well, that's torn that hive to bits. Ah, the box. Hopefully the queen is in here now. I didn't see her, but I shook all the bees in. And the flying bees are going to go back to this box over here. So I'll leave it a few days and check and see whether that's actually been the case. Well, these bees are up in the top box now, so they've gone way up through the supers. Now there is a queen excluder here, so, and that was an empty super, so we'll see what they've done there. This was full of stores, this top box, and in fact it probably ought to be used for something else now, but they're obviously enjoying it. Well, the queen's been laying well in this super frame. Nice looking brood there, all looking nice and white and curled round, so that's what we want. Oh, there are plenty of drones wandering around in this box. They're putting in their own nectar at the moment. Pollen, this is the outside frame, so yeah, first time I've been into this bottom box since last August. So the queen on that frame, she's now in the brood box, well she was in the brood box to start with. So I'm going to put the queen excluder, drop it down onto this brood box now, and yeah. Well, the bees that have swarmed into this box seem to be quite happily going in these two holes in the side. It's quite an old brood box. Well, it's a very old brood box, but and who knows what's above it. So there's a crown ball below it, so they probably aren't going to go that far down. But I think the thing to do is to just leave them a little bit to get established, and then next visit actually have a look at them, and then maybe move them on, move some of them on, do something with them. I'm not going to just leave them alone this year like I did last year, and just leave them alone and see what happens, because all they do is they build up in the spring, and then they fail in the winter. So we're going to have to do something to prevent that. This has calmed down a little bit now. There's a lot of disturbance for it earlier on. So give it a few days and they'll either be making queen cells in this box, or they will have the queen in this box. Now I think it's more likely the queen's in the other box and there'll be queen cells being made in this box, which is what I want. So we'll give it a few days and come back and find out. So this one that survived because of the little hole there that they used to evade the wasps and keep the wasps out, have now got the full entrance opened up down the bottom, and the queen, I found the queen, marked her rather sloppily, but that might not be very well marked the next time I look, because the bees were keen on wiping it off. And the queen excluder is now being dropped down to the brood box, although there is brood in the first super. There won't be any more eggs laid in there. So just got to see how they get on.